Kia ora, haere mai. Greetings and welcome. How are you all today? Tonight, wherever you are. Hey, White Rose. Good to see you. A bit of a surprise. Yes, I was a bit late. Man, I've had a crazy busy week, and just even being able to like post up what the heck I'm doing over the next day or so has proved to be just too tricky and challenging for me. But thank you all for being here. Jeffrey Ross Free, how are you doing, dude? I am very well. Thank you very much. Danny, all the way from the UK. Give it up. Do you like what I'm wearing, Danny? Do you like what I'm wearing? I'll lean in a bit. You may hassle me for it. It's totally okay. It's totally okay. We're all one big football fan family. You know what I mean, Gov? Been an Arsenal fan for a long time, but it's beanie weather in New Zealand. Winter has arrived. Working out? Lurking and working and watching some State of Decay 2. Awesome. Bob, how you doing, man? Good to see you. I need to send you a DM. Maybe about tomorrow. Might be doing some, looking to do some Walking Dead again, which would be great. Hey, Sawson. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, a little bit of a delve back into the PTR. I had a look, and I haven't actually had a look in the PTR since April, early April. It was a long way off being ready back then. I think it probably still is a little ways off being ready. Folks like Prime have been doing a lot of streaming of the PTR and no doubt providing a lot of feedback back to Undead Labs and all that. So I thought, hey, seeing as the Undead update 30 has dropped, I will jump back in and we'll give it another look. I have no feelings towards football. It's boring to watch. I will judge you for that accent, though. Look, I'll take it. Thanks so much for being here, Danny. And if this helps you get through your workout a little easier, then all the best for it. So, my plan is to test this PTR update and stuff. Here's the map. So, this is a community that I was using to test out how the infestations were working. Well, one of them, I had another one where I was based down here, and I was trying to get the infestations to kill me, but that didn't work. They were just not smart enough. They kept getting held up with pathing and stuff like that. So we'll see how the infestations go with me on this one. That music's a bit loud. Let's deal with that. There we go. And also, because of the update, you can switch legacy characters between your various communities. I'm really excited to try that out as well. Now, I am not a forever community kind of guy. I love the grind. I love it, the early game in particular, where you're really just struggling to survive. And I find as my community builds and builds and builds, you end up with enough resources and enough tough characters and the gear and stuff so that you can actually start to live reasonably comfortably. And so when I reach a legacy mission and I complete it with this community, the idea of jumping into the next map to do the same thing again but start with all those resources means I kind of miss out on that early grind where, you know, every snack counts, every bandage counts. And so what I tend to use my legacy pool for is a retirement home. Finish your legacy, you get to live, you get in my legacy pool, and you stay there forever. Well done. That's your reward. They very rarely come out ever again. So will this update convert a non-forever community player, a non-legacy pool player, into using his legacy pool a little more? That'll be interesting. So, combo of things, check out the update and see how the infestations are coming along. Mind-blowingly beautiful map, Trumbull Valley. I haven't been here in a while. Wow, just wow, I do like it. So, what should we do? How should we start this? Well, in order to transfer characters around, that's one of the things. We'll need a new community, so I might have to delete one of my existing ones, but that's okay. So let's jump into the main menu, and we will start a new community. Like I said, we might have to kill someone off, but that's okay. Wipe a community, manage community. Oh, I forgot about that. Ooh. I knew this was coming, But when you sit here for the first time and you see that you've got 2 free slots when I thought I had to delete one of these, that's awesome. That's huge. That's 40% more, 40%? 60% more slots than what you had. Wow. Help me with the math, Source. Wow. But awesome. Okay, so let's just start a new community then. Enough. Wow. We'll just jump into lethal. And not crumble. Oh, they've brought in this. So cool. So more map information when you're moving. So home site, rally point. Hasn't really told me anything about this one. Communities on this map. I don't want to start. Okay, so I'm using, it doesn't actually show on here how to move to the next map. If I was looking at this, I would think that that's the only map I could join in. So Undead Labs, if you're listening, a little arrow or a mouse wheel to show that that's how I move between the maps. Because if I was coming in from another game, yeah, exactly, one save for each map. It makes sense. I think they said that in their stream, actually. I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Card said, you know, it makes a lot of sense to do that. I actually thought that would be almost the last thing that they would do. But I guess competing against these other games coming out, you know, you want to give more game if you can. And seeing as people are buying the game twice in order to have a satisfactory number of communities, and that's not just content creators, I'm sure there's players out there who do that. That's amazing. But if I was coming into this game for the first time ever and I looked at this, I would say, oh, I have to start at Trumbull and then maybe I unlock the other maps. So little arrows along here would be great, just to let you know that you can move through. So it gives you a little map, tells you your home sites, a little bit of background on the town, a little picture. The landmark tells you what the landmark outpost is. Uses for a growing community. Well, gives you a theme behind it. Tells you how many times you've visited this map and how many communities you have on this map. That's handy, because if you've got four slots with all the community and you go, okay, what was, where don't I have a community? This is how you would do it. So that's kind of cool. And it's got home sites up there, which is great. Oh yeah, and it kind of leads you on to the next one here, that there's another one. Still, it's not that obvious because there's a lot of information on the screen. And I've only just finished my coffee. So my IQ is coming up to about 80 now, maybe 81. So I need a bit of help with this. Have we got random? What is random still an option? Drucker, Mega, a little quote. That's nice. 66% more slots. Yes, there we go. It wasn't that hard, was it, Source? I'm waking up hard today. And then we got random. Okay, I won't pick random because I might get Trumbull Valley and I don't want to switch between two communities. Because the thing is, you should be able to switch characters between the maps. So, yeah. Source says, I'm a bit behind, bad connection on a road trip. Oh, who's doing the driving? Life coach. You take over the wheel. I've got some State of Decay 2 to watch. I'm doing something in Cascade Hills. I've done Drucker for a while. Let's just go with Drucker. All right, so we're not just going to jump into the game like I usually do and just start smashing through it. We are going to take our time to try and think about what features we can test along the way. And I would love it, guys, if you can sing out anything that's been on your mind in terms of you know, things to test, or I wonder how this might work, etc. So one thing that occurred to me this morning, empty survivor slot. This is a different screen too, isn't it? So if I press space, okay, so here we go. So you can recruit a legacy pool survivor from the out. It's good to know that I've got them. It would be pretty stink if I didn't have any, because it wouldn't really help the stream, but there we go. All right, Bridge, cool name. Nose tackle for Dallas Cowboys back in the day. And you can also select random. So if we recruit, let's just find someone who's really white. Okay, so Raphael, woodcutter, coffee connoisseur. Yeah, he's not much of a special. So like we could start with him. Oh, he does come with equipment. And you can see what equipment they've got. Jeffrey's in rural Alabama. Awesome. Awesome. I love finding out where you guys hail from. It's really, you know, the world's huge. We're united in our humanity, but I love, you know, hearing when people are from all these different parts of the world. It automatically makes me want to go to Alabama. Anyway, so yes, we can see what inventory they've got, which is really, really handy, and we can back out of recruiting them if we wanted to. So we could do that. So I think this will enable us. Oh yeah, and we can sort by leader types. All leader types. Aha. So let's say I wanted to do a trader legacy, I could just pick traders. Warlord legacy, I could just pick warlords. Yeah, that's cool. Community skills, all community skills. Ah, now this is handy, because if you need like a mechanic, boom, there we go. I've got 3 of them ready to go. I should hire these guys out, hey. I wonder if you can do this multiplayer. Ooh, so much to test, so much to test. Legacy count. Not sure what this is. How many times they've legacied. Oh, and you can tag favorites. All right, let's see if we can favorite someone. Oh, yep, there we go. So we'll make Fridge a favorite because he's got the best name. Oh, we always want someone with powerhouse in the favorites list, especially if he's got 170 health. Jeepers creepers. And oh, totally maxed out. Jinx. Survivor. He's got a little thing. So he's survived once, maybe. I don't know. He's got a Stormbringer with no ammo. That sounds like me. That sounds like how I finish my legacies. Okay, cool. All right, so we could start with one of those. Should we start with one of those? Yeah, let's start with one legacy survivor. That'll help us get into the game quickly. We'll go with Raphael. Let's go with a recruit. So you hold space. It'll be whatever button it is for you for Xbox. I'm playing on PC. And can you see the hero bonuses? Good question. Let's jump in and have a look. See, that's perfect. That's perfect. Thank you, man. I click on that. Trader. So I'm seeing the traits. I'm not seeing the heavy, hero bonuses. It usually just pops out, doesn't it? Let's go back, try someone else. And this dude has to be a hero. Right. It does not. Does not. Maybe I should take a note of this stuff. Should I take... Yeah, let's take a note of this stuff. And we'll send it all through to Undead Labs, because I've been negligent in my duty in helping them. I've just been making fun videos for myself. So, so far we've got arrows on map choice. Map choice. Look at this, we're doing research like freaking pros. And the other one, can't see hero bonuses. Hero bonuses on maps, on character select, on leader select. Leader, legacy select, sorry. Alright, we're going to be talking, this is going to be more a thinking session than a bashing session, but there will be some bashing. Okay. Alright, so we'll take one, because I want the other ones to play around. Oh, so I can go, I just want random. There we go. So Raphael's orange, Army is in blue, Rhino's in blue. Okay, so it's kind of color coordinated, so you can see who is your legacy survivor and who's not, and it shows you what. That's actually quite cool. So when you even when you're recruiting randos to start with, you get to see what their traits are. I mean, not their trait, their leader type is. So that's an advantage. Now it makes sense that you wouldn't be able to see these guys hero bonuses, because they would be just recruits. But let's get into it. What have they got? Foam Dart Champion and a Voyeur. Oh, no, we're not having a Voyeur. Not again. I can't do that. This guy will be fine. Julian and Rhino. a furniture adjustment, a poor typist into Ultimate Frisbee. This guy has lived his life, man. Lived his life. James, how you doing, dude? Hit me with the knowledge. Keeping the hero traits hidden are smart. Science and guessing the bonus based on traits sounds like something Undead Lab wants to keep. Yes, and I've kind of got a bit of a rant, not a rant, but a thought balloon around some of that stuff, which I might get into a little bit later. Makes sense. Yeah, they shouldn't show us for these guys, but for this guy here, James, is yeah, creepy hands all over again. Exactly. Yeah. This guy here is from my legacy pool, so I should be able to see what his stats are when we like. I can remove him. This is here we go. Yeah, well, that works. That's good. If that didn't work, that would be bad. So if I click here, for instance, Jinx, maxed out and everything, should be able to see his leader skills. We know his type, we can see his traits, we can see his skills, we can see his inventory, and we should be able to see his hero bonuses, because they would normally be available to us. Yeah, so I think it's probably just difficult for them at the moment, because you see how they're bringing all this information up is pretty much exactly the same as how they are bringing the new recruits through. Grab this dude, comes with a gearbox, cool. So yeah, they all kind of look the same, so it can't be that hard. You put traits with the hero bonuses up there and just went hidden for these guys, hidden for these guys. Yeah, I reckon they'll nail that. If it's not ready for the release, I reckon they'll nail that with a quick hotfix later. But let's start with these survivors and get into the game. We have good football in Alabama. Is that American football or round ball football?
And
I like both those sports.
Again. So, whose turn is it to find more fuel?
Not me. Last time I accidentally riled up a damn horde.
Awkward
I
pause.
have a better idea. We could settle down here instead of moving on.
Alright. They have their combo. All very good. Okay, so we are in lethal zone, so we probably need to be a little bit careful about what we do. Right. So, first things first. Aha! Recruit Legacy Survivor 1200. When I was in here yesterday, it was 10. So, man, that's expensive. But that's quite good, because what I thought was, if it was really cheap, I literally looked in here for 2 minutes. I didn't want to see too much of the update, because I wanted to kind of be confronted by it. So it really stood out and I didn't miss anything. But when I was in here last night and that other community that I came into the stream with, it was only 10 influence. So I thought, well, if it's 10 influence, you could just start at the beginning like we are now. You know, pop a few freaks, or kill a couple hordes, get 10, and you can immediately pull in a legacy survivor and move to, you know, look to move to a 4-person base. Just skip that whole first base bit. So at 1200, that is going to be tricky. Might get fuel in here, but it's very unusual too. Always start with a bat. I'm pleased about that. Yeah, the only football that matters, America. Yeah, exactly. I think we said that in a stream once. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, that's right. I said that's the thing about it being an American. You don't have to prefix anything. If it's football, it's American football. I used to watch a fair bit of American football, but I haven't watched it. I haven't watched too much of it recently. And by recently, I mean over the 5-6 years. I generally followed a team which appealed to me for either having a really special player or an impressive offense or a defense. Jules asked, does this update work with the Dark Side mod? Well, I'll tell you what, Jules. I accidentally jumped in with the mod installed. Now, it wasn't a fully integrated Darkside mod, it was just sitting in my packs folder, but it did not crash. I could load the game up, and that's different to when I tried in April. In April, the last time I was in the PTR, if I had any of those mods installed, well, the Darkside mod, it would just crash out. So I've removed all of the mods for this one. I don't even have the dev menu there. But yeah, it loaded up with the mods in the pack folder. So
Door.
who knows? Maybe we can Darkside in the PTR. Kind of. Now the PTR, you could probably play as a separate kind of game, even if you weren't. Wow, rolling in the fuel. Even if you weren't, you know, submitting feedback or that sort of thing, or playtesting specifically, and probably have a fun time. Okay, we got all the loot.
To clean out this area, we could use a base of operations.
We could, couldn't we? And have that.
So, like I was saying,
And that.
every 4th of July.
We gotta put down some fucking roots.
I'm just sharing out the load here, because if we get jumped by a feral, and there is one up on the road down a bit, then you know, we want to have the ability to fight them. Damn! Don't. Oh, crikey dick. Where's the party, boys? Roll Tide. Okay, what is Roll Tide? I know I'm missing something here on account of my non-Americanism. It's coming over here. That's not pleasant. And here's a screamer. So what we'll do, we'll kill the screamer. Then go back, pull the car up. Yeah, explain to me Roll Tide. Please.
There's no way I'm outrunning that feral.
All goes to plan, he won't even see us. He's so close, he's seen me. Give him the dash. Well, that's right. I've got a legacy survivor, so he's got a gun. Nice. It's a terrible shot, though. Okay. We'll get these guys installed, and we'll sit in this beginner community for a little bit, maybe see how the infestations pop up, see how our noise and threat work out as we go on. Might fill up the car, put some gas in, seeing as I went and got it. This is my first time seeing the new update put into action. Oh, cool. Cool, man. Well, it's mine too. I was saying at the beginning, it's just a rally cry for the University of Alabama. Ah. What's the rally cry for Notre Dame, Bob? I don't know why, but I have a thing for Texas A&M. Boom, unsubscribe. Oh, crap. Juggernaut. Yeah, the spawn tables and everything are a bit wound up in the PTR, which makes it kind of cool. So if you can report it on stream, I'd recommend it. Take that. I don't know why it's just sitting in there. Wow, we got a lot of friends.
Gotta kill the brain. I'm beat.
Oh dear. Let's see what's coming in. I was going to throw my molly, but they got onto me in time. I've done it before, but you wouldn't know. Oh, hello. Coming out of the goddamn walls. Go Irish. Of course it's Go Irish. How could I forget? Man, I was amazed how big some of these college football games are. But then I found out that in the development of the NFL, you can do something about being big, mate. That college football was bigger than the NFL. The NFL came later. So all the big games were college games.
I'm here.
That surprised me.
Started.
Interesting. Well, that should, with my very deliberate trick to use 3 screamers to drag out all the zombies, the house should be relatively cleared. Dum, 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 dum. Is that everything? No, the little side room where screamers like to live.
Yeah, this'll work. Let's claim this shit pile and move in pronto.
Smart thinking.
All right, let's claim it. Boom. Okay.
This priority has to be gathering materials. We'll need them to improve this place.
We need you to take a look-see at another spot on the map. Are you up for it?
I'm making some good progress over here.
This is actually a pretty decent start for a game. It's got the materials already.
That's great.
And alright, what we got? 116. Julian. Animal facts. Ha ha ha. I think we got that trait on the way back to base. So useful. If a badger is wandering around our base, we'll know whether it's aggressive or not. Them aggressive badgers. Right, okay. What's our job? Oh, we got materials. We could get more materials. That's not too hard. Let's go do that. So, let's check the infestation radio call. So we got scout all infestations for 50. Already got 200. That's pretty good. And 90. Not enough threats for taking out nearby infestations. That makes sense. We should probably use that toolkit. We'll fix up our car. Yeah, it's in pretty sorry shape. Grab that, take that. Take those. We've got 8 materials. That should be enough for an infirmary. Yeah, it is. But it could break straight away. So we do need another ruck of materials. Maybe that shed. I think I went in there though, didn't I? The one with the animal facts can be your donkey for transferring stuff across communities. Well, exactly. So yeah, as well as transferring a character with their traits and their skills, you also can move equipment. So you could take resources from one side, from one community, and move it to the other. So if I have a community out there who is desperate for animal facts, desperate, on their last legs because they don't know what an aggressive badger looks like, we can transfer Julian here, or whatever his name is, Rhino, and help them out. Squish. And my luck, he will be standing in the middle of the road on the way back. But that's kind of my fault because I came around this way instead of ducking just down the hill. Yeah, it's okay. Alright. We got a few dudes in here. No, you don't. Is it just me or is there more blood? Is that more blood spray? It looked like there was. Yeah, I actually didn't check what skills I need in the other community, in the one I'm going to try and save. But I guess what they need more than anything is a tank.
Looks like I can rest for a second at least.
Someone who can battle back the infestation. But what we could do is we could get a survivor in this community to make Molotovs and fuel bombs and just take a whole heap back over to the other community. So you can kind of have communities which pair up and transfer equipment. So you could have a community set up with a level 3 workshop, and all you do is send survivors in with chemicals and all the parts and everything to make fuel bombs there, and use that as your factory to produce all this stuff.
This load's gonna wear me out.
And then produce so many fuel bombs that you can have characters just jump into that community, pick up a whole pile of fuel bombs, and bring them back to your existing community. So it's a little bit of faffing around, I guess, in terms of, you know, doing all those kind of transfers. But technically it would be possible. So every community would actually have could have slight support and backing from your other communities. And now that they move from 3 to 5 slots, you could really, really do a lot in that space. Here we go. It's enough materials. I think we want fuel as well, so we might just check the gas station on the way back. We could find some fuel here. Well, finding loads of gas cans.
Locked. Fucking figures.
Feels to me like... Oh, bum rush. I need to kick him.
That won't work.
Do we fight him? Yeah, let's have a rumble. Oh! That was nasty. Gotta get out fighting him somehow.
I spotted a barrel.
Uh-oh. Rumble over.
This dump is clear.
And you know it. Oh, my door! I really screwed up by letting that screamer scream. And Bob, I'll have a read of that once I get back to base. Bob's always got a really good lean on things. Especially if you have one community set to green that's producing stuff for a lethal community, it's cheaper to produce the stuff in green. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, that totally... Yeah, you could totally do that. Hey, Spartan, how you doing, man? It's been a while. How are things, bro? Zombies launching a preemptive strike before you get a crossbow. Yeah. Yeah, they'll probably get away with it as well. I'm just kind of, you know.
I'm glad we've already got a start on building this place up into something real.
Not being super cautious here, or trying to, you know, make sure that I have a community which can thrive.
So,
We could get killed.
Got a favor to ask. Can you swing by?
Keep cool. I'll be there as quick as I can.
Right, the place next door
All
with
you
you.
want.
These guys. Always those guys. Yeah, we'll go see them. Pop off that mission. You're a nice hat, dude. Yeah, thanks, man. It's starting to get a little bit chilly in New Zealand. It's been a while. We've been waiting for winter. It's been delayed for about a month. We've had beautiful weather. But yeah, some of the cold snaps and the weeping rains have arrived. So it can be a little bit chilly in the morning. Bit drab outside, not a lot of sun, so it's temperature's staying down, and I need to keep my head warm being an old man. You're in the holidays. Cool, bro. Man, I'd love to have a holiday. Who are we wanting to talk to? Kumar.
How are you?
Hey, Kumar, nice jacket.
The safest way to collect samples is by killing plague zombies.
There's no point telling me the safest way to do anything. I never do it that way. Right, 454. We're making our way up to being able to recruit in a survivor. Do we want a big Hank?
Or you could just destroy the plague heart itself to get a bunch of samples. That's more dangerous.
Probably get a crossbow in the ancient barn on the way to the barricaded strip mall before town on the left-hand side of the road.
Helping out like this is a good way to make friends.
Man, they're having the right convo while I'm trying to think about what you said. That's a gun shop. That barn. Yeah, I know the one. There is also a campsite over here. Guys sorting out.
Shit, I'm beat.
Ah, you're fine. Here we go. What are the chances of a crossbow here, though? Crossbow would be nice. 5 parts, even better. Oh yes, that military checkpoint for sure. 9 parts, better than a crossbow. Glad I ran all the way over here. Right. I'm not really grumpy. It's all good. The thing about buying that big Hank, noisy as anything, but at least it's a gun. But we don't want to, you know, spend our influence on frivolous things for instant gratification. I'm wondering whether an infestation starts before I find the plague, the plague samples. Do I have to complete that mission?
Air tastes like blood. There's gotta be a plague heart around. Probably lots of plague zombs too. Gotta stay frosty.
Need to have a scrap
all
here.
over the place.
Up, boys. Be lucky to get a sample out of that. Oh, nice. Stream away. Oop, they're on their way. That's annoying. Take care of these guys just quickly. Ouch. They'll really take care of me. One of the two. Ah. Haven't played State of Decay 2 in a long time, so saying this is nice. Yes, well, I haven't been in the PTR in a long time as well there, Irish, so it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm just trying to kick off this community so that they crossbow bolts. Nice. So we can get the infestations going on this, because I want to see how the update works for a fresh community, and I also want to see how it works for a doomed community. And I think we should be able to save my doomed community through upping this community and supporting the doomed one by transferring legacy characters over. So we will recruit someone in here, in this community, and then we will move them to the legacy pool, and then drag them out of the legacy pool for the other community.
As long as
Man, that was harder to say. I hope it's not that hard to do.
Secure this place.
I need a bandage.
Almost out of that. Damn, I'm tired. Gonna run out of that soon.
Swing and a miss. Gotta get our samples here. There we go, there's our 2 samples.
Ain't gonna get any dunner than this.
Little dude says you need a crossbow and a stop sign. I do, little dude. I certainly do. James reckons that I could get a crossbow here, and I agree.
Shit, hardly worth the effort. For me? You should.
Yo, we did need that too. This has been a good stop. And we'll take parts, like that, take the rounds, back in that. Right. Weapons will be upstairs, but let's yeah, let's just go upstairs. Let's see if we can find that crossbow. We can always come back. Nice. Wow, 19 people watching. That is a surprise. Hey everybody. Thank you for dropping in and watching my stream. I know there are a lot of great content creators out there taking big, deep, dark looks into the PTR, so I appreciate you taking the time out to watch my stream. Oh. Nearly got stuck. No crossbow. At least not in there. The stop sign is so cool. Yeah, I can't even like cheat one in for myself, unfortunately. I haven't got the dev menu installed. Pretty fun though. Pretty fun. Revoking the parking privileges of Plague Heart everywhere. Don't try and say that after a couple of beers. There it is. You called it. James, legend. Nice. Nice. We got our crossbow, little dude. We got our crossbow. Have we searched everything? I think we have. Let's just do a quick look in case we find.
Gotta drop something else first.
Let's drop the bandage. We don't need that. We'll take that because
Yeah,
it's
no
better.
room for that.
One crossbow bolt. Holy crap. This stuff is all too good to leave. We found the crossbow supermart. Okay. Let's we can do this. Don't need that. Drop that. Get back in here. Grab the other crossbow.
A lot of crap to haul around.
Yeah, it'll be fine, mate. And then we can grab the extra arrow here. And we can put crossbow in the trunk of the car. There we go. And then we can pick up either the parts or the rounds. We'll take the rounds. Other stuff can lie on the ground and tell us how long it can stay on the ground without disappearing. You won the game. Yeah, I know. It's not the light crossbow. I do like the light crossbow, but we should be alright. I mean, it's better than nothing, that's for sure. We'll just check whether this is a plague heart. It certainly is. That's fantastic. We'll go kick its ass. Possibly. Or I could die horribly. It has been known to happen. What we've got is we need Kumar. There you are, bro.
With these plague samples, I can make something that'll cure blood plague if one of us
Cool.
gets infected.
500 influence. That is nice.
Nice to know you got my back.
See ya.
See ya. I wonder if one of those is a play card as well. We got the gas. We're just going to do a little drive-by thing as we're down here. See whether any of these buildings are also play card.
I got some news for you.
Flat.
Want to make this town safe? Kill
Yeah.
those fucking plague hearts.
All
Sure
right.
thing.
We got the memo. Alright, let's get back to base. We should soon be able to call in another legacy survivor. And we'll see how that works. Dude's still wandering around up there. Didn't even see me. Is it just me or was the cars faster in the PTR? Tough to say. Map is one I rarely ever play. To me it is the easiest when you know exactly where everything is and basically what you can get. Yeah, so in terms of maps,
Always feels good to
with
stock
lots
up.
of supplies all of a sudden. I get what you're saying, but Drucker County at least is fairly tricky to navigate if you don't know where all the shortcuts are, and if you do use the shortcuts, some of them are quite treacherous, easy to get your vehicle stuck, and if you do that in front of a pack of ferals, you know, you could be in trouble. Not to say that, you know, you can't find everything. I mean, on the other side of what you're saying there, James, yeah, it is pretty much you can go there and grab this, you can go there and grab that, you know, the military outposts to grab some guns. You know, it's pretty reliable where you can grab fuel cans, but that is the same on all maps. But this one is quite a good map in that there's a lot of area that you can fish early on without going too far from base, so definitely. Fidels, hey man. Hey GTR, nice stuff. Very happy with the updates and chance to redo a Blood Plague Survivor miss in rolling. Lol. Yeah. So one of the things, actually, funny you should mention that, that I was talking to Bob Cadaver about. I don't do a lot of rolling because how I play the game personally is I will typically just take the first characters which come up which have no fifth skills, or I might take them if they got a, or just the first few randoms. I actually don't do a lot of rolling for my multiplayer communities where I'm just jumping in to play with other characters and stuff. I don't pay a lot of attention to it. Excuse me. But for the player, and if I really need a special character like an RT or something like that, or with a special skill Blood Plague Survivor to do some multiplayer with a friend like Sawsome, I will use the community editor to create that character. But I don't do that on my solo playthroughs, just multiplayer. But for other players who don't have access to the dev menu or something, rolling characters, you know, to try and get those play with characters who have those skills like Indefatigable, Blood Plague Survivor, can take a punch, you know, all those really awesome skills. It does take a lot of rolling. And what Bob was saying was that it would be awesome if you could do a back button, because of course you're sitting there going roll, hitting the button. Up comes your Blood Plague Survivor. You go, yes, and then you can't stop your hand fast enough and it goes down, hits the next key and wipes them out, and you're just like, no! So it would be awesome if you could just go back one. If it remembered the previous character card so that you could go back to it. That could probably save a lot of people a lot of pain when it comes to rolling up characters. So I really do like that idea. That's a great idea, Bob. I can see how that would be very popular. Right. Catch a thief.
Okay,
What's happened?
Chief, I'm on the case.
Raphael's personal goal. Well, this guy's been trucking around. He's got a crossbow and stuff. All right, who's Raphael? There we go. You hear a zombie? I like changed to Raphael and heard. Grrr. Oh, I'll pretend I didn't hear it, and maybe we'll be okay. Okay, we've got an advanced suppressor on a sleeper cell PPK. Nice. We got some snacks, which is unbelievable. It's just so great. Top that up. And yeah, we'll take some painkillers. And have we got a blunt weapon? Don't really want to use.
Low on chow.
Yeah, we'll take the carpenter's hatchet. Keep the sledgy for the play cart. Cascade is pretty good too. Yes. The thing about Cascade though is you can clear out the area and then that area becomes kind of like a dead zone. Literally. It's just full of zombies and nothing else. And so if the mission sends you out that way, you know, can be pretty hair-raising. So Guru, can you rank rare 5th skills for lethal zone? Like fishing, soundproof, and so on. Well, the thing about skills is they're all relative. So one skill I quite like is recycling because it gives you +2 materials per day. But you know, conversely, you could also use the radio call to go looking for rucksacks. So I'll tell you the ones that I like, and you know, it's not an extensive list because I've not used all the different skills out there, and that's because I take so goddamn long to complete a playthrough that I'm using the same character for like 40 hours, 50 hours. But that's just how I like to roll. Where are we going? We're going to catch thief. Oh, we've got to talk to Julian. So I like recycling. I know a lot of people like lichenology, but I'm not actually that keen on it myself because I don't usually have struggled to keep my meds up. Talk to Julian. Where is he? Rhino. Upstairs, maybe? Sorry, guys. They're making me talk to one of my community members, and I have no idea where he is. Hanging out in the kitchen. Hanging out the back. No, he's not up here.
We're gonna need more fuel pretty damn soon.
Is he out the front? Not sitting at the table. So... Ah. Bob, are you saying that it's now possible to leave you... Oh, you can go back too? Hang on. Let's check that out. Okay. We can do this because we've got 5 slots. 5 slots. P-Doubts, man. Coming through with the info. Let's have a look. Manage communities. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Steps. I mean, I'm not doing any solo adventures. Oh, more of a multiplayer kind of do. Cool. Oh, what the? Did I? What? Something went weird with that. I escaped out of it before I was forced to play Heartland. Campaign. Manage communities. Skip tutorial. Push the right button there. Let's just leave it on standard because that'll let me know that Add it to community, I can just wipe. Yes, coming back to those skills, so recycling, lichenology, you know, it comes down to personal preference. Soundproofing could be a lot more important than what it has been in the past. So what other skills do I like? I'm a big fan of munitions. Big fan of munitions because I like to shoot. Okay, so. Ah, look at it. There, previous. They've done it. They've already done it. Yes, so here I am. Let's see if we can get a decent Halo champion. So here I am. Blah blah blah. Strong. Strong's good. Yes, I could go back. Back. Yes, you can go back too. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that needed to happen. Now rolling characters is, yeah, if they're not going to give you customization, then they should give you more functionality or greater control in terms of what they're providing you. So they should make it easier to find the characters that you want. If you can't just go and create them the way that you want, then they do need to make it easier to use their methodology in order to get the characters you want. So it's not as good as character creation, but it definitely helps. So good call out, man. I did not realize that. I thought it might be coming in the future, but it's already here. So sweet. Yeah, that'll be a biggie. That'll be a biggie. I reckon that'll cut probably 30% of people's reroll times. Thinking that you make a mistake 1 in 3 times, you can go back twice. So yeah, cool. Nice one. I might even try that for a playthrough or something. But usually I just use who I get, so I'm not too fussed about it. But no, that's a very cool piece of functionality for sure. Didn't mention anything about it. Yeah, that's way cool. Needed to happen. Needed to happen for sure. Right. Talk to Rhino to see what they know about the thief. Well, that's good, because I could find Rhino. I couldn't find Julian. I think I just heard someone get up. Oh, there's Julian. Now I won't be able to find Rhino. There we go.
Stay safe.
I'll handle him.
I know they're a
let's
thief, but don't do anything you'll regret later.
Yeah.
They might just need help.
Let's grab a workshop. Actually, you don't really need a workshop. So we are nice and depressed. Tell you what, rank collector early on can be quite good. Give you that morale bonus. And it's cheap as chips. You can tear it down anytime you want.
I just want some of your stuff. I won't kill you if I don't have to.
What? Where is this dude? In the house next door.
Hold it for a second, all right?
We're basically yelling over the fence at him. Hey, you in there. Give us back our rucksack.
Well, hope I got enough room in my pack.
I'll come in and deal with you once I've looted the house. Alright, where are you, bro? Confront the thief.
Yeah, all clear.
All clear. Ah, there he is. I walked past him in the dark. And
Take it easy.
what's he carrying? A brush, axe, and nothing else. So, Jeff, luckily for you mate, you have nothing I want. Oof, crikey dick. So that's why over 50% of people like blades.
Let's cool it for a second, all right?
You're doing solid work out there. Respect.
Feels good. to
Use
take out the
concentrate.
trash. It won't be
Well, I
bothering
guess it's
us
better than
anymore.
nothing. Yeah, I did a poll asking people what their preference for melee weapon was, between blades, blunt, heavy, and knife only.
I'm back on my feet and ready to kick ass.
And the winner was blade. Most people like blades.
Next time I'll just set off some fireworks.
That's a good idea. Fireworks.
That'll do.
Yeah, quite predominantly. And then in second place was knife only, which kind of surprised me as well. And then after that, where am I? Stuck on the tires.
I can't keep going.
After that, last was heavy weapon. God Factory! Hey bro, how you doing, man? What is happening, bro? Have you been in the PTR yet, God? Just having a look around, seeing what it's like. I might have to set up my hotkeys, controls here, remap. Now, I actually sent them a select next item, cycle weapon while aiming. Alright, I have to do it that way. It's a bit stink. Hanging out, about to try out Chivalry 2. Saw you alive. Oh, fair enough. You know, I bought Chivalry, the first one, because it looked awesome. I tried to get some friends to play it with me, but I've not even installed it. Is that a mistake? It was cheap, so I bought it, you know? It was on special. But I never tried it out. I just got distracted by games like this. Dudes, if you haven't heard of the God Factory, if you've heard of me and not the God Factory, something's wrong.
Hey,
But God Factory's been around a while. He's done a whole lot of awesome stuff with the Dark Side mod and building challenges for people, like insane challenges. I was always too chicken. I never did one. But yeah, he's got his own channel. Streams pretty regularly. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate that. Promote a leader. No, we're miles away from that. Okay. We need a job while we wait for infestations to pop up. Number 2 looks dope. So much, in fact, that I'm at the devs for like 5 to 10 keys. Oh, hotkeys to switch between weapons. Yeah. Oh, no problem, bro. Man, people have got to know about the God Factory if they're watching me, you know. God Factory burst on the screen, on the scene. Burst on the stream as well. Yeah, yeah, lots of awesome challenges for loot. Gotta go. Okay, catch you later, Bob. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. And your prayers have been out. Well, not your prayers, but you know, one of your requests has been answered. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're just doing a bit of a drive-by. We'll see if we can find some play carts around this area. Yeah, I think, James, coming back to what you were saying about Drucker County, there is a bit of a formula that you can run in terms of going to different places and picking up loot and moving to bases and stuff, which does tend to work. So I know what you mean.
There's a group of arms dealers nearby.
Oh, 5 to 10 game keys to give them away. Oh, awesome. Wow, that's pretty generous, man. Love medieval battles. Yeah, me too. I was a big fan of Total War, the Total War series. Played Total War medieval. Yeah. Big battles, they're pretty awesome. Been on Dread only. Hey man, you got to work your way up, eh? You got to work your way up, and the learning curve gets steeper and steeper the further you go in the game. So and honestly, if you're playing Dread now, that would have been the equivalent of Nightmare probably about, you know, a year ago in terms of the amount of zombies around. Now you still don't get the feral packs, But you might get two ferals spawning pretty close to each other. Got a hunch. I'm stopping here for no reason. We could have a go at that play card, I guess. Let's loot this place and then we'll have a go at that play card.
Locked up.
Ooh. I suppose blades are real quick, aren't they? If you've got Stam.
Nearby plague heart, this place can't really be secured.
What happened in the latest infestation update? So it's not so much an update on infestation, but legacy communities. So what we've been able to do is start with legacy communities, but not, you know, when we create a community, what have we found so far? You can go into your legacy pool and select a legacy character that you want in that legacy pool, and you can, when you're in there looking at your legacy pool, you can filter it by the leader type, what community skills they have, that sort of thing. So there's a number of filters. You can favorite them so that you can have pull in your find your favorites easy, and then you can see their traits, of course. And then if you're rolling characters, we just found this out, when you're rolling, you can actually go back twice. So if you accidentally cycle past a character you actually wanted to keep or include in your community, you can go back and replace them. So that's pretty awesome. It costs 1,200 to recruit a legacy survivor. What we want to do is actually we want to recruit someone and see if we can put them into the community. So let's do that. Got a little bit. We've got a couple of things on us to trade. This is perfect. So some good old quality of life. Oh, it goes a bit further than that, man. It makes quite a difference to the meta of the game because you can transfer characters mid-game to and from your legacy pool, which means you can transfer characters from one community to another, plus everything that community member is carrying. So you can load them up with fuel bombs or rucksacks like this, and just, you know, head to another community. So that's what we'll be doing at some point.
Let's do some business. Okay.
Cheap.
Hey, you.
Let's recruit one of these guys. Electrical.
How are you?
Recycling. There we go, bro. He's our man. Out of respect, we'll just see what Sans has. He may be Sans skill. Design. Hey, design's actually really quite a good one, man. You're a minimalist multitasker. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Good to see you again.
I don't know why I'm streaming. I can't even talk and like fight zombies at the same time. Okay, they're not allies yet. So we've got 1,200. We can call in. Tell you what. We can recruit a legacy survivor. Can we do that in the field? I know you can do it at the base. Let's try it out in the field. Because I'm sure they know how to do it in the base, and we'll test it here. So let's recruit a legacy survivor.
Hello?
So you.
Is there anybody out there who can hear me?
Request received. We'll ask around for any local volunteers.
Boom. There we go. So it takes us into here. God damn, I hope the game is paused. So we can look and see what our characters have in terms of inventory. We can look for leader types. We can look for... Oh shit.
The network is always listening.
What did I do? Ah, I exited out. Ah, now it gives me a 30-minute cooldown. Okay. That was real easy to do. I think if you go into your legacy pool and you don't recruit someone, there shouldn't be a cooldown period, because I did that by accident simply because I was using it the first time, and now I have to wait another 30 minutes. So when I get back to base, I'm going to write that down as something that they could fix. Was homie name's Copernic? Maybe? Could have a look. But I'd have to wait 30 bloody minutes to do it. That's interesting. So that's, yeah. People could find that a bit annoying. Right. Still, hopefully we'll get a mission from these guys and then there'll be a free recruit. And then with that recruit, we're going to try and put them in the legacy pool for a transfer to my doomed community on the other map. And then we'll see what we can take with us. It'll be quite cool. Interesting. Are we still building stuff? Building a ranklet. That's taken an inordinate amount of time. What else should we build? Whoa, we are losing so much food. Wow, someone who pulled looked like a name. Can I actually look at my legacy pool from in here? I don't think I can. That's the usual stuff. Yeah, that's the usual stuff. Want the ability to clear roads for influence and all materials. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, P-Doubts. All the vehicles, the rocks and everything, those are separate physical assets. So, and what they do, see this rock here that I've got in front of me. That'll be the exact same rock as one which is further down the road. All they do is, you know, turn it around a little bit and make, you know, put it in the ground a bit deeper or a little bit further up in order to make it look different and unique, and it works because the rocks look different. So with these crashed vehicles, there'll be assets embedded in the map, and to be able to have those actually be able to be moved is, I imagine that would be a big piece of work. I'm no technical expert, but I can't see them doing that anytime soon with the small team that they've got working on this. Yeah, maybe you could spend influence on it, and then what it does is it randomly removes some of these objects. But again, it's kind of moving away. It's starting to change the map. It could change pathing of zombies and stuff. I mean, if the rock disappeared, but the zombies still thought it was there, so they would just path around this empty space. Yeah. Well, you're talking about vehicles, but you know what I mean.
That plague bloater is bad news.
But I know what you're saying. Personally, I've just grown to live with them. Yeah, I just put up with them. That's all good. Hey guys, I've been going just a little over an hour. I'm going to keep on playing until we get to stress test some of the stuff. So we are gonna go recruit someone, send it to the other community, and then see how that's going. We haven't had any infestations turn up yet, which is bizarre, but hopefully that'll happen soon. But I'm gonna pop away for a minute, and I'll be right back. So do stick around. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to keep testing, but I just need a minute to get a throat lozenge or something, and I'll be right back. But thanks so much for hanging out. I will be back very, very shortly. So yeah, thanks very much. Hope to see you soon. What's up, guys? Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate that. Hey, Danny. 99% sure Greg's succeeded. Where are my moderators? Just kidding. That's hilarious. Oh boy. Okay. I can neither confirm nor deny my activity while the Be Right Back screen was up. Oh, but I will say I am more comfortable now. Alright, so we want these guys to pop a mission so that I can recruit one of them for free, because I don't want to burn up all my influence. Oh, a bit of a convo coming. Let me check my chat just in case it's something that I feel I should jump in on. A little bit, yeah, we talked about that. And zombies go for me even when hostile enclave is shooting and making all the noise. Yeah, I know. The zombies do tend to pick on you a lot. When first released, zombies could climb on the vehicles that you can't drive to. So there is a destroyed vehicle type. It looks kind of like a military truck, and the zombies can climb on that, and the ferals can climb on that. Current lethal run is bugged. Every time I come in, the rare trader keeps popping up. Been able to grab Scrum. Oh, Scrum's awesome. Scrum's awesome. Hygiene's great. Sewing is good. I like sewing. Of course, maxing out pathology is just a go-to. I know you're asking about skills. Hey, Mr. Black Dry Dog, how you doing, man? How is your evening going, bro? Right, so what should we do? We could fish our feet. It's the middle of the night. Wait for the sun to come up. And in that time, hopefully, we'll have a mission. Or that other community.
This one's empty.
It's a shame.
We could use this.
Hey, computers.
I was hoping for more.
Computers is good to get your
Next time I'll just set off some fireworks.
get your command center upgraded. I can break windows too, Mr. Zombie. When I was learning how to play this game, cool man. I found on Nightmare, I was scared. I'll admit, I was scared
Check it out. Another
shitless of play cards. There's no other word to describe it. And I would use a oh god dang! I could hear it, couldn't see it. I would use drone strikes. I would use drone strikes to destroy the play cards, and they were very, very effective. But I haven't done that in a long time because the hearts just don't seem to be close enough to the windows and the doors anymore. And also, it's harder to get the drone strikes. Can't remember what you need for it. Mr. Black Crydog might know. My SOD has been way glitchier than usual the last week or so. Mine's been a little glitchy, but I've been running with mods. So it's kind of understandable to a degree. Apparently there's a feral around here. I haven't seen him. Famous last words. So I don't know if it's, yeah, the source or the mod which is making it a little glitchy. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Never mind about the latent spawns.
No deadheads left around here.
The PTR does tend to be a little bit twitchier in terms of What am I trying to say?
People ask me how
It does
we
tend to be
get on
glitchier, I think.
Sometimes all you can do is carry on with the mission.
You get to edit your ini files to help the lag. Wow, really? Was that multiplayer or single player there, James? Because sometimes I have a problem with multiplayer, but I don't have any lag issues with single player. Mind you, I've got a pretty grunty PC, so that's really all I wanted to say. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. I am interested. I used to run with a 5th gen i5 and a GTX 1080 graphics card. Yeah, I thought I heard you. Oh, that was annoying. Didn't want to go for that one.
I need a break.
Do need a break. But it did glitch a bit when ferals would come on the scene, which is the worst time to lag.
It's a juggernaut.
Oh, really?
That won't work.
This is not happening for me.
I need a break.
Okay, let's have a fight. Could have gone better. Play a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 and no problems whatsoever. Yeah, massive lag. Okay. Death Knight, hey man, how you doing? Haven't bought a new computer in forever, console only. I want to get one hopefully next year. Yeah, hopefully the supply chain problems will ease up and people will be able to get the graphics cards that they wanted. Yeah, but what I was saying about my old PC was that was quite capable of running State of Decay 2 just fine. Only when I started recording at the same time, it would occasionally lag when there was a lot going on. But it wasn't a, you know, it wasn't an issue at all. But it was a really good excuse to upgrade, put it that way. Ooh, hello.
Need to be more careful.
I have no idea what's going on there. Thanks.
Got some time?
That may have been a cheese. I got bitten somehow. And I have to do that to switch weapons at the moment, which is a bit annoying. Oh, there he is. Come on, Stu.
For the head.
Oh, here we go. One-shot plague. We could get killed right here. That would be very embarrassing.
Bad shape here.
Oh, he's gonna get me. One feral. Come on, bro.
Almost out.
We'll hide in our kitchen. 12 seconds. Oh. There's someone with a baseball bat. Could have gone better.
Almost out of that.
Is he gonna make it? Dude. All right, give me all your stuff, you idiot. Ow. One feral totally screwed me up. Not good shooting. Not good anything. That guy's been wandering around with a can't get my words up. Wandering around with a generator for a while. So I think we've only got one slot in the infirmary, so let's upgrade that sucker. No, we need more materials. Loads more materials. Alright, Rhino, it's all coming down to you, man. Smooth UI skills, Gary. Yeah, I know. Ah, dear oh dear. That's some textbook tackling by Aaron the Feral McDonald. Yeah. Yeah. So many bad mistakes in that. That's okay, it happens to the best of us. Oh, that's really annoying. I've got to be able to switch weapons better than that. Controls. Remap controls. Finish the aim gun. Fire. Cycle weapon. There it is. I don't use that for grapple. There we go. That's a bit better.
What we're doing here, just aim.
Yeah, that was some pretty shoddy aiming. I'll give you that. So we need plague samples. We could go after a plague heart. What we got? 2 mollies. A gearbox. Do have a heavy weapon. Barrels are so annoying, so hard to aim for me. You're getting good shots first and then you reload seem to mess up your aim a bit. Yeah, and the thing is you don't, it's really easy to underestimate just how important your shooting skill is. If I can bring it up. So 0 shooting with this guy. So he is going to be a crap shot. So what that means is, yeah, you might get them on the first shot, but that reticle gets quite big. So even though you've got the feral's head right in the crosshair, your bullet's going everywhere. And that also makes it really difficult to know just how to calibrate to offset that. And the answer is there really isn't. You just got to get lucky sometimes. And you're right, James. They have changed the ferals. I mean, I've got no proof of it. I'm going to talk to a buddy of mine and see if we can find any evidence of this in the code. X, if you're listening. Because the ferals can move very, very quickly from one phase of the attack to the other. It used to be like they'd do this 3 clawed attack. 1, 2, 3. You just stood there, dodged back, hit it. You kind of can still do that. But they would also like leap for you and then just kind of stand on the ground. And you had probably a second to line up their heads and shoot them. But you don't get that anymore. So, yeah. We do not have very much good stuff to actually go after a plague heart, but we're going to try it anyway. At least our cardio is coming up. That's pretty good. We could probably do with a bit more supplies than what we've got. Man, I'm starting to sound pretty craggy here. I hope I'm not coming down with something. That would be really annoying. Go with those. Back to snacks. This is pretty much an all or nothing right here.
This blood plague is bullshit, man.
Love to see the Fallout 4 base building dynamic introduced here. Yeah, I think there's a lot that they could take from the Fallout base building, and particularly the Sim Settlements mod that was developed for it, in terms of what they could look to do for State of Decay 3. I think they're going to be pretty limited with State of Decay 2, what they can do with communities. I mean, a lot of this stuff is like hard-coded in. No, we won't go back to that crossbow bolt. You know, they built it in such a way that they could get the game out, and everyone knows it didn't really kind of hit the mark. The developments which they've put in since then have been freaking amazing, and the game's never been better. You know, State of Decay 2 is an awesome game, but you know,
Fucking plague zombies must think they own this town.
it does mean that they've got some built-in limitations on what they can do with the resources that they've got, considering that State of Decay 3 is coming out. So it's awesome that they're doing anything on it. I mean, if they left it like it is now, that still wouldn't be too bad, you know, in the big scheme of things. They're not. They're going to keep developing the game, which is freaking awesome. So it is only going to get better. All their recent updates have been great. Sounded like a spawning, didn't it?
Better finish that one off.
Trying to execute, and I wanted it just to do a standard swing. Alright. Grab that in case we have to make a run for it. Did I grab 2 gearboxes? That's a bit heavy.
Let's drop off some goodies with the neighbors.
Almost out of that.
Pop that down. Yeah, we have seen a massive improvement in the game, that's for sure. So even as they develop it further, they're going to have to work within some constraints, which, you know, I'm sure they would love to do everything that they could think of, or everything that the State of Decay 2 community suggests. But you know, they've just got to work to those priorities.
This thing's fucking heavy.
Eat this guy.
Down to my last one.
Started the music.
Shit, beat.
I didn't actually mean to do that, but here you go. Maybe that'll keep them busy.
I'm sorry, are you hurting? We'll have some more.
Wow, I've been playing Darkside recently. These hearts are nothing compared to those, seriously. Look at that. Let's see that zombie go running off. This gearbox thing is seems to be working. I call it the gearbox because one of the cool dudes in our community
That's a lot of shit.
likes to rock the box.
Fire in the hole!
Alright, stump some of the stuff. Seemed to do us quite well, didn't it?
Down to my last one.
Right, yep, we've got a few slots to pick stuff up. What's that? Oh yeah, since Microsoft owns them, they'll have the resources, because Microsoft can't let them run the company like before, especially with all the claims of harassment. So
It's clear for now.
I'll look.
But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
What do I have to say about that? Thinking about, did I not get any plague sample? Oh yes, I did. Okay, that's good. Light crossbow, excellent. And
That shit's
grab
gonna slow
that.
me down.
Alright, so that's enough for a plague cure, and we can get our dude
New place
back on
to
his
put
feet.
it.
Are you kidding? Okay. Yeah, I didn't read much past the headlines. Like I don't have a lot of intelligence at all about what happened behind the scenes there. I read some of the stories and some of the feedback and what you know, various claimants were saying and that sort of thing. And all I can say is that if there was something like that going on, seeing what I see from the devs and how they present themselves on their streams, it wasn't those guys. And you know, throughout history and throughout all industries, it's been a bit of a problem. It's not just IT and in the game industry, but it wouldn't surprise me that it's especially prolific there, because it's a huge pressured environment in order to come out with these games. It tends to be male dominated, and it tends to attract people who are more happy working with themselves and not socially interacting. Now sounds like a generalization, and I'm not in any way saying that that's the archetypical developer or person who works for a computer company at all. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the very nature of the industry is, you know, there's a lot of coding going on, and there's certain mindsets which are really attuned to that. And sometimes, you know, there's they're a bit more developed in that sense, less developed in how to deal with people. But I'm just speculating. Camille, hey man, how are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Let's build a plague cure for our friend. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Where do we build it?
Hello.
This is actually the worst spot for it, but there you go. Plague options.
This little 8
Give
ball
cure.
might just save your
Sweet.
ass.
Glad to hear it.
How are things going, Camille? Good? Yeah, good. Busy with work and kids. Yeah, I've been busy with work, that's for sure. Alright, I haven't seen any infestations pop up yet.
I gotta get back to work.
What we might do is let's just see whether there's any on the map. Oh, okay, we can give recruiting as Legacy Survivor another go. 1300. So first let's scout all
Need some
infestations.
intel on this shithole?
Oh, perfect. Materials.
We ought to clear out some infestations. They're
Okay.
just gonna get worse.
Ah, wicked. Alright, now we can see what's going
I
on.
had an aunt who lived somewhere around here and fancied herself a survivalist. I wonder if she made it this long.
Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so what we're going to do, have we got materials? We do have materials, which I'm not really using at the moment, so let's grab those. We'll give them to the
Don't tell me you forgot about the favor you
fire
did.
starters, or whatever their name is. What is their name?
Can't pick
Fireside campers.
We're running low.
Then we'll recruit one of their dudes. You know exactly who it's going to be. It's going to be the guy with recycling. And we'll see if we can put him in our legacy pool, because having someone with recycling is just awesome. Right. Go do this. I think we got a lot of gas cans because we've done a fair bit of driving about. Oh, that's where you're driving. Go, come on. Brum. Oof. Loader right there, eh? Park up round the back then. What's the only cure? Beauty! Beauty for ashes, how you doing, man?
That shit's gonna slow me down.
How long has this fuel ruck been sitting there? Oh dear. Now, are they smart enough to shoot that bloater? Let me help them. Ah, there we go. Stands.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
There you go. So that should make them our allies.
You're always welcome here.
Rhino is a hero. Intramural sports. That was quick. Plus 10 maximum stamina. Not bad. 4 typist, but he's a mechanic, so he'll be all good. So where's Kumar? Kumar, sorry. Because he is awesome, I think. Yep, so here's our recycling dude, so we're going to recruit him. Let's see what we're giving up. Fight Club, health and fighting XP. Oh, that's actually pretty good. But for the sake of what we're doing here...
So, you ready to start dealing?
Okay.
That's
buy
damn
that.
heavy.
And a gas can. And we'll be okay.
Good to see you alive.
It's time for you to leave the Bush League and step up to the majors.
Ooh.
Bingo.
More. Ah. So many crossbows all of a sudden. What's up with that? Not complaining.
Shit, hardly worth the effort.
How can you fill out the TPS reports? I get the reference, man. That's really good, actually. That's really, really good. It's top drawer, buddy. And we'll get that other... Right. Wow, getting rid of these guys has been the best thing I've done so far in this game.
That was close.
You'll be right.
I'll push my luck.
We got a zombie coming at us.
Not a zombie!
Oh, hey.
I shouldn't be so cocky actually, because I nearly got my ass killed by a feral, so there you go. Oh, what's he got? Oh, JL94 custom! Very, very good gun, folks. Very good bung.
Place looks safe
Very
for
good
now.
gun. What did I say? Very good bung. You want to loot this barn when first starting this map before you do the first mission. Oh, right. Yeah, I see what you mean, because once the enclave pops in there, you don't have access to it. Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Do a head count one time. Behind the lace. Spent 2 days alone before they found me.
I deliberately try not to
Enough, but being
think too hard about that sort of thing and just play it as it comes, but
Oh, hey.
that's a really good suggestion. Yeah, he's got that. Sweet. Man, we're coming back loaded. I mean,
Crap to haul around.
yeah, this is a mega find. We're not finished. This will be empty.
Time to bail on this
Oh,
dump.
what? Holy crap. Alright, my friend, let's get back with all our goodies. Claim the home base and come and loot this barn, then build your base to trigger the first mission. Right, yeah. Yeah, there you go. There's the playbook right there. What I was talking about before. Certain maps have certain playbooks. Is that barn ever pre-looted though, James? I haven't played it enough to really know. Oh, it's okay, so some ammo, some fuel, crossbow, food, bullets, more crossbow bolts, all of that sort of shenanigans.
Oh, okay.
Kumar.
That's a
Take
lot
that
of
off your
crap to haul
hands.
around.
Okay, so we've got 2 things to test here. We're going to call in a legacy survivor, but we're going to do it away from our
Can't get much
base
farther
just to see what
without
that
someone
works
leading
like.
us. Later.
And we've got someone to put in here, I'm sure. I'll be fine.
I want to find me a sick bag.
Gas can, right? Yeah. So we'll put some distance between us and the base.
That's a lot of shit.
Here's a rucksack. He does have a rucksack, doesn't he? Good call. Good call. Thanks, Camille. I really should have let him put it in to build a standing, but ah well. There'll be plenty of time. Plenty of time. Right. Refuel this puppy. So I saw them demonstrate that you can recruit a survivor in base, and they appear in the base. You don't have to go fetch them. But I don't know whether that will work if you're away from your base. So let's try it. And this time I need to be very careful that I don't accidentally back out of the legacy recruit option, because otherwise, it's all happening down here. There'll be a half-hour cooldown. So let's get somewhere safe in the lethal zone. And down this corner we might be alright.
Fucking plague zombies must think they own this town.
Yeah, right now they do.
Seems clear for now. But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
Okay. Let's have a look. So, recruit survivor.
Ew! Is this thing even fucking on?
Sure is.
Talking to myself here? Hello? Hello?
Sure, we can help with that. I'll see if any of your neighbors are available.
Safe in the lethal zone. Yeah, exactly, man. Alright, so, oh, 10 dog, look at that. Okay. She is mega good. And she has a gun and nothing else.
I'm seeing way too many infestations around here.
Cool. Liking the sound of that. So. Cigar enthusiast, minus 10 max stamina. Okay, well, that's not that great. But she has got a big rucksack. And swordplay. Gunslinging. Stealth. Powerhouse. Surgery. Okay, she's good enough. Let's recruit her. Welcome them with open arms. Excellent. So, recruit.
Good news. I have someone nearby on their way to your base.
Hi there.
Here we
Right.
are. Home
Okay,
sweet
so
home.
she's straight
Thank you.
away.
Now, you be sure to let me know how I can be helpful, all right?
Straight away put in my community pool, which means that she must be back at the base. So you don't need to be back at the base to call in your legacy survivor. So if you've got 1200 influence and you're on your last character and you're hiding up a tree
That's
from
lot
a
of crap to haul
feral,
around.
and if you get killed, that's a community wipe. This is a way you can save your community by calling in your legacy survivor from anywhere on the map, it seems, and having them
Hello,
appear in
this is
your
Lily Ritter from the network.
in your community.
As some of you know,
So
I
that's
grew
good
up
stuff.
in a place called Trumbull Valley. The
Got
valley
Lily
has
on the
some
radio.
tough times like everywhere else, but it's bouncing back thanks to the strong folks who live there.
Yeah, that's Lily, all
If you're
right.
looking for a good place with good people, you should find your way to Trumbull Valley.
Cool. So, if we can do that, we should be able to put someone in our legacy pool. Let's see if we can do that from here. This is the only time you'll see me stand on a car. Just in case it doesn't pause when I do this. Send to legacy pool. There we go. So, equals. You need to approach them in person to send them to the legacy pool. Got it. Okay. Hey, Gorilla, how you doing, man? How's tricks? I'm alright, thanks, dude. I'm alright. Just doing a bit of PTR testing, and particularly around legacy recruitment. But we're going to have a check on infestations as well, which have popped up. They were very quiet, so I didn't hear anything about the infestations which were on the map until I used the spot. You know, the scout. I want to squish that guy. Look how bad the drawing is. That's shonky. The draw view for those plants is pretty bad. About 20 meters, if that. Could be a lot better than that. Right. So, yeah. I'll write that one down. So the draw distance on the plants was low. Draw distance on plants was low. And cooldown on legacy pool recruit when option not taken, when exit without recruiting equals bad. That's good English right there, I tell you. All that schooling equals bad. Right, so we're going to capture all these, and I'm actually going to put them in the description or in the comments of the video, like I've done in previous experiments with the PTR, and hopefully the devs don't even have to watch the whole thing. They can just jump in and see what we've found out from it. Damn Fisher. Oh dear. Yes, yes, yes. I was busy with the big C word. Be a writer. I could be. I could be. Alright then. So let's find Kumar. I like his jacket. Here he is.
Good to see ya.
Send to Legacy Pool. Gotcha. Okay, so you go to Legacy Pool. So, kind of like Exile, I've marked him for moving to the Legacy Pool, and now I can send him. But
See you around.
we can access his inventory first, so let's give him some stuff to take over, eh? I reckon the other team needs a gas can, an advanced toolkit, no, the first aid
Shit's gonna
kit,
slow me down.
and the computer book, and we'll give them that, and we'll give them... We haven't got a lot of stuff to give them, to be honest.
I'm seeing way too many infestations around here.
Oh yeah, they're starting to build up now, aren't they? So our noise is tranquil still. Let's have a look. Let's see how fast these are moving. Faded old house, so he's popped. Hey, that's actually pretty quick. That is actually pretty quick. Oh! Bloaters in the horde! We're gonna check that out. Okay, let's give Kumar,
What's up?
let's give Kumar the stuff that we wanted to give him. Can't really afford any of it, but there you go. We're going to keep our molly in the end. Yep, there we go. But we'll give him some crap. There you go. And send him to the legacy pool. All items in their inventory will remain with the survivor until they're recruited into their next community. Excellent.
Be seeing you.
Catch you in
And
a bit.
he'll run off, but Undead Labs said that he's totally safe. He's unkillable, undamageable, while he's, once you send him to the legacy pool. So let's hope that's the case. But let's go check out this horde. They've added bloaters to it. They've done it. So this is a part of the update 31, which they've added here. I never use my legacy pool, all fresh like Subway sandwiches. Yeah, I'm the same, Jeffrey. This is a good test to see whether this could make me use my legacy pool characters more. And because you can put in non-legacy characters into your legacy pool, you could just put like characters which just interest you. Oh, okay, so is that a problem? The bloater laid down in the road, now that I've activated them. If I drive off, will that ruin the horde? Flat. Is it moving? It's not moving. Let's drive to the gun shop and loot it, and we'll see whether they move any further in the meantime. This is a good thing to test. So yeah, they said that they were going to bring bloaters into the horde so that you can't just run them down. The last time I was checking in the update, checking in the PTR, all you needed to do was... Oh, it's still got the heavy weapon. Oh well. That'll do. We'll be fine with it. All you needed to do was take out the zombies. So what that meant is... Oh, is we didn't...
Got a Z-free zone here.
Here we go. Might actually build a outpost here. Yeah, so with the hordes, all you needed to do was take out the zombies. You didn't have to take out the screamer. If you took out the screamer and left the zombies, even one zombie would create the infestation. If you took out the zombies and left the screamer would become just a normal screamer standing on the map. It stopped being a horde. The icon changed on the map and everything. Enough with the crossbows. Can you have too many crossbows? Starting to think it's possible.
This infestation bullshit is officially out of control.
Okay, well, they're definitely building up, aren't they? So, let's see. Did that horde move on? It did move on. Interesting. But we can also see that we just have to take out the screamers to take out the hordes. Our scouting is now up. I'm not a massive fan of scouting because I like my enemies to be hidden. That's why I don't play with a mini-map. I find it a little bit too convenient. But that's okay.
That's it?
That's okay. It's not a game breaker. It's actually not a major for me at all. Let's create a outpost here. No, let's not. We don't have enough influence. Oh, bother. Right. Dump this stuff off. Wow, we have so much stuff for crossbows. It's crazy. Good to know. I heard you had to kill the screamers, and if you did, the infestation would clear. Yeah, okay. Difference here, Death Knight, is for the infestations. Like, yeah. So, I'm going to point to my screen, which is going to be useless. But, you see in the top left corner, it's got one screamer. Or the icon of the screamer and a 1 next to it. It says that there's one screamer in the infestation. If you take out that screamer, the infestation will disappear. That will eliminate the infestation. However, for hordes, these guys, what I found is if I took out the just the zombies, that would destroy the horde, and the screamer would just turn into one of these kind of screamers standing on the map. So it would stop the horde infesting another building by taking out the horde. So it's a bit of a drive. Have we got the fuel for it? Yeah, we got the fuel for it. We could go give that a go, eh? Plenty of ammo. Let's give it a go. Give that a go, and then we might jump over to my other community and pull in our recycling dude and see how the infestation mechanics are getting on. But so far, what we've tested is we've tested the starting a new community and being able to start with
Fucking plague zombies must think they own this town.
With legacy pool characters and being able to see their equipment and everything, and we thought that it would be good to be able to see the hero bonuses the characters had if you were able to would be able to do that normally. But that looked pretty good. I like the functionality of sending people to the legacy pool. That was a late spawn there. That was a bit
as that plague heart
nervy.
Is around, we can't really secure this place.
All right, so there's our freaking hordes. So the bloaters will pop. That's all great. It's a terrible shot with a crossbow. But my theory is if I take out 9 zombies, then that horde will disappear. Finish. Take out the zombies, but we'll leave the bloaters, we'll leave the screamer. And this should stop the hordes. Let me get a bit close. Right. No, the horde is still active. Aha. What if I take out the screamer?
That shut you the fuck up!
Ah, taking out the screamer took out that. So I took out all the zombies and the screamer. So this other horde up the road will just take out the screamer, and we'll see whether that takes out the infestation, assault horde. So we're learning. Experiments in the field. I don't want to get too close. There we go.
Looks like some hungry deadheads
Aha.
are wandering in. Not a problem, just
So-
letting you know.
I would say take out the freaks. Water's still active. So you got to take out the
Fire in the hole!
screamer and the zombies if you want to take out a assault horde. Good to know. Oh, slow zombies. Wonder if they're always slow zombies. There we go. What is the point of putting bloaters in the horde if you can kill them easily with a sneeze? I think what they're doing is trying to make it stop you driving through the horde with a vehicle. But, you know, a canny player, you're right there, will just drive close to the bloaters in order to aggro them and then take on the horde. But so you could still take it out with a car, it just makes it a little more difficult. Bloaters is interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing a varied... I wouldn't mind that if the horde, see, it's 2 bloaters every time. It would be great if it was varied. He wants my car. I've been carjacked. So yeah, I'd like to see like a plague, an assault horde maybe that has a feral in it or has a bloater. Is that another one? Yeah. So let's see if we can do it with a car. Oh, actually that makes it pretty hard because now the screen is screened while I'm trying to aggro the bloaters.
That bullshit didn't kill me. It makes me stronger.
Okay, there's one of them. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty close to stopping you using the car or making it a lot more difficult because you can't just drive straight through the horde because you'll hit the bloater and that'll pop. If you drive close to the horde to try and make the bloaters aggro, I'm going to take this guy all the way back to base, yeah. Then the screamer will scream and that will spawn in more zombies and potentially more hordes around you. So yeah, maybe those bloaters are enough just to keep it interesting. Oh, I want to kill this guy. And I've still got my pet on the back. End of the line. What the heck? That's as close to a flaming...
Everybody get ready. We got wall-to-wall zombs coming in.
assault horde out there. Right, okay, so we've got guns. Right. Alright, let's go. We'll kill the siege and then we'll switch over to the other map, which has so many infestations on it.
I need a break.
And we'll see if we can pull in Kumar, who is recycling, to help us. Two-minute siege, eh?
My fucking feet here.
Ooh, problematic.
Newsflash.
Got this. We got this. Side gate. Nice. That's a 2-minute siege. That feels... Is that the usual time? All good, Camille. Thanks for dropping in, man. And the advice. Boom. Explosion popped the gate open. Okay. Terrible shot. Can I get him from here? It's a light crossbow.
I hope you
Got him. Flashbang. Alright. We've got 10 dog in this community, so awesome, awesome, awesome. We've probably got crawlers around the outside.
You got a bloater. Shit, bloater cloud.
Oh, there's a few bloaters coming up.
If they're gonna eat us, let's make them pay for their fucking dinner.
Right. Anyone else?
Every survivor I see is like a fucking gift.
Sweet. Job done. Excelente. Okay. So, let's switch over to the other community and let's drag in. So we've been able to bring in 10 dog, which is great. He'll look after these guys and we can exit out of this and go to our other community where we're being reamed. And pull in Kumar, who's got recycling, because hey, +2 recycling, +2 materials per day has got to be great. So manage the end timers. Nope, not them. It is the sanctuary. So this is so when we do this, what we'll be doing is we'll be testing out, pulling in the legacy survivors into this map, into this community, but this community has like 20, 18, 19, 20 infestations, so we want to see how they react now, a month and a half after I last tested them.
I'm gonna find me a sick bed.
Look, you know I'll keep at this until someone answers.
All right.
I am exactly that annoying, so speak up already.
Request received. We'll ask around for any local
Awesome.
volunteers.
She sounds great. So where's our local? Here's come on, that's Fridge. Jesse Gremlin, great name. Jinx, Tim, Stephen, Matthew, Levi, Kumar. There he is. So he's got the stuff. He's got the stuff that we gave him. So let's recruit him. Recruit.
Good news. I have someone nearby on their way to your base.
And there he is.
We have plenty of trade goods here. Any takers? Come on by.
Awesome, dude. There we go. And we put that. So you could do this. Now, I just gave him some junk. But you could give him a rucksack. You could give him a full loadout of plague cures. You could give him a loadout of fuel bombs, weapons, ammunition, anything. So what this does is it's pretty expensive. 1,200 influences is not cheap. But you can basically have a supply runner going in and out of your legacy pool between your communities, whose main job is just to transfer equipment. So you need plague cures in one of your communities, grab them from the other community. Well, what Bob was suggesting earlier, have a green zone community, which is dedicated to building a big community up, you know, level 3 workshop, auto shop, all of that sort of stuff to build as much as you can. Hey Llama, good evening. And it's almost empty, it's not moonshine. But yeah, so you have a green zone community producing tons of cheap fuel bombs, plague cures, ammunition, C4, first aid kits, anything, and you can pump those resources into your lethal community. So if you're taking on lethal for the first time and you're a bit nervous, you can have one of these communities in the background propping you up. But be warned, at 1200 influence, that's hard to get in lethal in the early game, unless you've done it a few times. So on your first try through on lethal zone, you're going to find that really challenging. All right, so let's see what these infestations are up to. They're not doing a frickin' thing. Have they maxed out?
Even enough room to breathe in this place.
Ah, these ones are doing things. Those timers going around? They are. So what we found is that they've introduced the bloaters, which is great. Wandering Trader. Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, let's go do that. Have I got anything to trade? Got a JL94. That's all we got. I doubt we've got a sawn off. Someone else will have it. It's all good. That's all good. Wow, what a cool weapon. We'll take high-ended Christmas stick. The blunt, that feels like a blade. And we'll leave it at that, I think. Have we got any influence items? Network signal booster. Put that in. Major threat. So we're not making a lot of noise, but if a technically if a assault horde reaches the perimeter of our base, we're going to have the biggest lethal siege that you can possibly get. All right, so we got a that's the other thing that you could trade. Facility mods. Facility mods. Find a biochem station, your community's already got one. Nick over to another one. Drop off the biochem station. There you go. You've got all the bloater gas that you could possibly want.
You know,
This opens up a whole piece of strategy to the game. Where's our car? It'll be on the other side. So I did a little video a little while back thinking about how State of Decay 3 might play out for different character types or different styles of play, from, you know, the solo lone wolf kind of survivor to typical community builder for State of Decay 2, or high roleplay elements, you know, storyline, that sort of thing. And one of the other archetypes I thought would appeal to players is having multiple communities and being able to manage them at a macro level. Like you have a community and you assign them a leader, but they build their own buildings, they build their own, they do their own missions, all of that sort of thing, and you kind of manage them in addition to your own base. But you can set up trade runs between them and that sort of thing. And I think this is starting to lean in that direction. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. Who's got a great idea? Show me. Show me, show me, show me. See, soda bomb can bombs can still stun ferals with one hit. I think you're just trying to get me killed, bro. I'm not a good enough throw to do that. I'll give it a go, though. I'll give it a go. This dude is out here somewhere. Is he on the roof? Oh, he'll be in here. Hello, Betty.
Let's get down to business.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so cast making kit, yes. Anything else good in here? Plague cure, oh, pretty expensive. We'll keep our influence up because we want to play around. Medicine textbook, that's actually pretty good. We'll buy that. I don't know whether we need it or not. I haven't looked, but sounds like a good thing to have. Policy I kind of run with is things like mechanics, gardening, medicine, chemistry. If I find a book of that and I've already got a chemist, I keep it as a reserve in case that character gets killed. Because often what I lose more than the character itself is what they brought to the community. So yeah, it's one way you can sort of give yourself a little bit of insurance. Alright, let's go check out this ooh, got him. Check out the survivor in trouble. Actually, we'll drop off this kitten stuff first. Alright, so let's drop that stuff off. I'm gonna run into base for a second.
Our base would be better off with a little power.
It would be. So we've got a level 1 infirmary. We've got an oh, hello. Doggy followed me home. I had him.
Need a breather.
There we go. So what I was going to say is if you've got a level 1 and oh, it's actually a level 2 infirmary. We'll keep that. If you've got a level 1 infirmary, you can install the cast making kit, and that gives you some of the healing powers, the restorative powers that you would get from a level 2 infirmary to recover damage and injuries. It's not as good as a level 2 infirmary. It's about a level 1.5 infirmary, but it can save you the materials to build them. So we are going to kick on, and we're going to see the survivor in trouble and check out here's an infestation popping up, just how bad these infestations are. So we'll take a closer look at the assault hordes. Actually, what I might do is I'm just going to jump up here, but I'm going to leave the game running in the background to just step away for 30 seconds, grab another drink of water because throat's getting a little bit dry, and then when we come back, hopefully we've got some hordes roaming around, and we'll go be irresponsible and take them on and let them maybe trigger a siege. See how that works. See how many we can stop and see what happens when they reach our base. Let's see what the siege looks like. I'm keen to see. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Cheers. Alright, we are back. So, let's see, how did they get on? That didn't seem to pop one at all. These guys are getting closer. But these should be constant. What's that saying? Constant assaulting hordes. Maybe I just can't see them. What we'll do is we will do an infestation, scout all infestations. Then we'll try destroying a nearby one and maybe that will pop one back. Hey Spartan, welcome back. What AK moonshine. Really want a trade system overhaul. Yeah. Norm, how you doing, man? So basically they're a base runner, whatever your community needs. Yeah, you can use it like that. It's pretty expensive, so 1,200 influence each time to call in. So you know you want to pick and choose when you do it, and you want to maximize your efficiency when you do that. It's getting dark. What I'll do, guys, just ahead of time, is I'll turn my gamma up. I think it's in here, isn't it? Video? Gamma? Where do I find gamma? Gameplay? So you guys can see a bit better as the night comes. It's got to be under video, right? Display type, screen, motion. Adjust gamma. There it is. So I play with it quite low because I like it to be creepy. But there you go. We'll try that. Oof, it's quite high. But that's alright. It should be good when once night comes. I want you guys to be able to see what's going on.
Chasing me.
I should probably take this feral on just to get my iron. Where are you, Mr. Feral? I could look on my map, but where's the fun in that? Oh, hello.
I do not want to let that screamer bring friends.
Oh. Get a beat on him down there? No. Well, we don't really want to mess with those guys. So let's go do this mission. See what the survivor's up to. Have we got the fuel can? We do not. Can we produce one? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Great parking. Okay. Yeah, car's a bit beaten up, isn't it? That's alright. We'll deal with it. Or we won't. It'll blow up. This is feral territory out here. Am I right?
I got knocked back a bit, but
see what I mean?
I'm good to go.
Looks like nobody else is home.
They're not really geared up.
That won't last.
Quite pre-ferals. We could just for fun. They will probably win. Oh, 3 screamers, lovely. We're just trying to draw them away for now. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I probably heard that. Seeing ferals. All good. Hi, Jeffrey. The snack scavengers. My friend Meg and I got separated over the Big Daddy auto repair. There are too many Zeds. Can you help me go find her? Yep, of course we can.
Huge fucking thanks. You're the boss.
Yeah, no worries. Don't mention it. That one, eh? Cool. All right, we got some hordes appearing soon, so we could do with a toolkit actually. So this is kind of a handy mission. Oof. Oh,
This really ain't my kind of party.
Just hold out a little longer, all right?
I'm gonna die over here.
you'll be fine. Let's go. Yeah, it's gonna be a rumble, so let's muscle up. Some stam.
You do it. Nothing here. The next one will
Saw him. Oh, I still got good anyway. Half.
Thanks.
Here we go. Is that it? Talk to a member.
I
Meg.
just had a vision of how valuable we'd be to the right group.
Oh, okay. Music. Crap, cardio. Sure, why not?
I just had a vision of
You won't regret signing us on.
I reckon I will, but we might exile one of them when we get back. You were just asking, what program do you use for streaming? I use OBS Studio. Hey, Jesse, how you doing, man? Not too long since you were streaming. Yeah, we've been going a while, man. It's probably, what, 2.5 hours? But, you know, it's been a pretty big update, so totally worth doing. Ooh. Can we go back?
We'd be idiots not to turn this into an outpost.
Yeah, actually, I do like that as an outpost. Time to go. And what we want to see is what's happening with our assault hordes. So, in the last community that we had, we could see them all over the map.
Why do I
Oh,
always
shit.
find the ugly ones?
Whee!
Aim for the head.
Right. We brought no loot back with us, but we brought these guys, so we'll check them
Home
out.
sweet home. Or whatever. Welcome.
Alright, let's have a look. The new guys, we got Meg. Pretty bad. Bagpiper, bad shot, both knees replaced. Oh dear. And then we've got Jeffrey. Okay. Okay, well. That's pretty bad. See you, Meg. Where are you?
Fucking awesome.
Look at that. What's going down there? Enclave. Oh, yep. So, exiling. Some weird on-screen. Weird on-screen dialogue. When exiling. Okay. I put his own name wrong, yeah.
The decision's been made. You gotta go.
Well, Jeffrey's
So,
work.
how
Jeffrey
much did you
Card's
enjoy
worked his
saying
way
that
up to
just now?
Nightmare, so you know he can't be too far away from playing Lethal Zone. We'll look after him. Jeffrey's the man. He's got a Twitch channel and he also posts his Twitch streams on YouTube. It's called Durangatang. You probably know anyway, but I will put it out there because it's actually he's really good at streaming. And I enjoy watching, even though I'm never awake for one of his streams. I do catch it on YouTube. Always a good watch. Wandering Trader we've done. So where are our hordes? Okay, let's try destroying in a nearby infestation.
Kinda scary out here. Can I get a sniper to watch out for me?
A sniper? We asked for an infestation to be removed. We paid some money, paid some influence for it. Didn't actually see it happen though. Okay, what we can do is we can go kind of... We could come up to this area. And let's rampage these... yeah, we've got an outpost there. We're going to come up here and we'll rampage these infestations. Or maybe we should do the ones down in Marshall. Into Legacy upstate. That's nice one, man. Get Marshall freaking dangerous.
Red Talon, I located your missing cargo shipment. Whole unit got jumped by some raiders. That's why you shoot first and ask questions never.
Okay. They're going to be the bad guys in State of Decay 3 for sure. Either that could be quite nuanced. Could be quite nuanced, the relationship between Network RT and your protagonist in State of Decay 3. Excited to see what happens in that space. Yeah, okay. We want these guys to pop up. Let's go see the Brewmasters. That was weird. We'll take some extra plague cure. Why not? Take some extra stims. Managed to get ourselves some of those. That's cool. 3 mollies. Ah, soda can bombs. There we go. There we go. We run into a feral. We'll try this soda bomb thing. Yeah, I could do with a toolkit. Did we search out Big Daddies? Yeah, Big Daddies all searched out. There might be one in that Big Daddy, so why not? Let's go. So what we're going to try and showcase now is rampaging infestations, because that seemed to work for me. When the infestations got up real high, I just kitted up. Hey, I'm really good, thanks, Jesse. How are you, man?
If I take out the
We're a little bit croaky at the moment. I might be coming down with a bit of a cold or something, I don't know. But we're going to keep playing, that's for sure. But yeah, we're not with a car, with some stims, with a fair number of bullets. We should be able to rampage infestations. What I mean by that is rush in, hit the screeners, get the heck out, jump in the car, bounce to the next target. I am lost. What the hell am I doing? I missed my turn off. Driver. Creepers, creepers. Need to hang a left at the rickety bridge. Where the hell am I going? Yeah, okay, it is ahead. Oh. I'm losing my marbles. No matter how many hours I put into this game, my navigation sucks. Especially if I'm trying to talk at the same time. Wasting gas, yeah, I know. Think of my carbon footprint, man. I am terrible. Alright. Let's get to our outpost. For starters, this outpost is cursed. It looks good, but it's terrible. Right, so can we make more fire? We can, and we're going to. Make whistling box mines. 6 of them. That's just too cool. Yep. We're going to try whistling box mines on them. Man, we got so much smoke grenades. Right, so we'll take some more fire. Lovely. And whistling box mines. And we're still not overloaded. So this should be fine. We should be able to like smash through these infestations. Provided we don't destroy our vehicle. Sucks on the cold part. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, it's not a cold yet. It just feels like a bit chesty, but that's okay. Oh, my first job on Monday. Oh, awesome. Holy crap. There we go. Wasted some bullets. Congratulations on the job, Jesse. That is awesome, man. Has the update had it going any extreme bugs yet? No. No, the most annoying thing I've found so far is that if you go to the legacy pool to recruit someone, but you back out of that screen, it still gives you a 30-minute cooldown even though you didn't recruit anyone. It returns your influence, but you've still got to wait 30 minutes. So if you're like me and you went in the first time and you're all thumbs and screw it up, and accidentally exit out of that legacy screen, you'll
Fire in the hole!
You end up having a 30-minute cooldown. There we go. So this is how you deal with them. Do what you need to kill the screamers, move on. Just leave it. Just leave the zombies behind. They'll take off somewhere. But we'll come up here and we'll talk to the brewers. And we'll go smash someone else.
Now take its head off.
Ah, pretty good shots.
Hey.
Do we have to talk to any of them in particular?
We're ready to get started on that still. There's free booze in it for you if you can help.
Conception.
I'm down.
All right.
All right,
Conception
hold on. I'm
bartending.
on my way.
Blank slate. Mercy? Ah, drunk as anything. Yeah.
Bye-bye now.
Hey, come on in.
All right. So where's our next infestation? Next door. That's handy. That was me just being slack. Oh.
Dear God, I'm tired.
Pro gamer, folks. Not. There are a lot of zombies.
Bullshit.
Did we do the infestation? Not quite. Concepcion. Ah, thank you. I do not have a gift for languages. I tried, but it's embarrassing. Okay, rampaging this one is tricky. Getting access to this house is tricky.
So fucking tired.
So there is but the one left, and we know kind of where he is.
Shed's around, but we can't secure the place with a plague.
So I didn't do that particularly well. Here he is. Boom. And then we just get out of here. Or we run into a dead end. Heroically leaping for victory. What? Apparently that wasn't the that wasn't the screamer. That was someone else's screamer. That.
I feel even worse than I look. Better get help.
There we go. Barrel.
Last one left. That's all I got.
I'm not very good at that side of things. I've really used oh, that's the wrong side. Wow, this is fun. That got rid of it.
Fuck me, a screamer.
Wow, a lot of them.
Time to reload.
Holy crap. Ha ha ha. This just got out of hand. Supposed to clear the infection. Hey Shago, how you doing? Ah, yeah, absolutely. It's supposed to clear the infestation, not the whole town. I brought the whole town down on this poor enclave. Get out of here if you can. Good luck, guys. Good luck with the still. Ow. Don't need that. Ah, still got our door. So that did not go according to plan. But that was through poor execution rather than poor strategy, in my view. Just got ripped in half? Oof. It's no good.
Let's make this mag count, kiddos.
That away. Okay. Who's Trenton? He'll do. Okay, let's check the map for wandering hordes. Not seeing them. I am not seeing them. That one's pretty close. Okay, I'm just going to stay on the map screen because I want to see what happens here. So I think that they're not spawning. And this might be just because I'm using an old community from about April. So a pre-update community. Hope you didn't want one of them because they probably all died. Yeah, no, yeah, we didn't really want the brewers. We'll get them off the map and get some new enclave turning up. Overachiever. I didn't achieve very much in that, man. Tell you what, the spawns were crazy though. Did you see how many zombies there were? This is supposed to be just a kind of relaxed look at the functionality of the recent update in the PTR. It wasn't supposed to go, you know, off the charts like that. Still, you let the screamers scream enough and that's what you end up with. Infestation mechanic, I think it's going to be too OP. Need to slow down the growth a bit. Yeah, I think you're probably right there. I mean, one thing I will say about infestation is, and this is going to kind of get up into the meta a little bit, they've annoyed people in the past. They just find them a hassle, they're annoying, I don't like them, blah, blah, blah. Now, the thing is, in a zombie game, think about zombie movies. I grew up on zombie movies, so I watched a lot of George A. Romero films, you know, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. So that's what I grew up on, and so that was what I saw a zombie apocalypse environment like. Absolutely hopeless, no chance of survival, but there we go. Where's he off to? Dirty White House. Is that one? Dirty White House. That one. No? It's off somewhere. Okay, so we are seeing them on the map. They're just not heading towards my base. Interesting. Not sure what's going on there. That's okay. So when I see people talk about infestations as being annoying, sometimes I wonder if it's because people are expecting the game to be too convenient. That, you know, the idea, you come into the game from the protagonist's point of view, your job is to establish a community, go out and loot and collect items to improve your community, keep morale up, keep your community fed, keep them resourced with all the resources that they need, etc., etc. And so something like a siege which can come along and upset that, or an infestation which can constantly kind of push down your morale and also create dangerous areas around where you want to loot, that is inconvenient, but it's completely within the context of a zombie game. So if I was to play State of Decay, and I did, I learned from State of Decay 1 and playing Breakdown, and came into a game where there were no sieges, where there were no infestations, where basically I could just move around and the zombies just kind of were there without any menace or kind of hive mind or offensive capability where it could really come back and attack me, I would get pretty bored of that real quick. And so sieges represent the only chance that the game has to truly wipe you out. So if you accept that and fight your sieges, then your whole looting, your whole base building strategy will change. So instead of like you know, cheesing out the siege or swapping out characters, whatever you do to avoid it, if you accept that there's going to be sieges, then you have to start thinking about, do I need a watchtower? Because you don't, if you're going to cheese a siege, you don't need a watchtower, which gives you an extra productive facility, so it makes it quite easy. But if you accept it, then you need a watchtower, probably, if you've got a large community. You will need to have guns on your AI in order to defend it. You will have to think about where you put your buildings. For example, I always recommend having farms around your watchtower so that there's no breaks in the line of sight. You have to think about provisioning your characters at home with resources like painkillers and snacks and stamina items, even though you're not using that character. Because if you need to get home and then switch to that character and they don't have anything that they can defend themselves with or you can defend them with, then, you know, that puts you under a lot of pressure. And Sieges give a chance for the game to really upset the balance of things. You know, really shake up the board in terms of the game.
Okay, I'm not exactly in trouble, but if
So
anyone out
that,
there wanted
and
to lend a
also
hand,
what you'll
I
find
wouldn't
is
say no.
once you've fought quite a few sieges, you actually get quite good at it. You learn strategies, you learn how to use your AI better. And I know the refrain I hear a lot is that the AI is really stupid. But two things here. In the zombie genre of movies and that, what usually ends the film is the siege. You know, think Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. They're all ended with the siege. The zombies get in. They always get in. And they wipe out that community. So you've got to avoid that happening. So that's why the siege works. Am I losing my train of thought here? The other thing about the AI as well is they do stupid things, but so do I when I'm playing. I do stupid things all the time, which if you're watching, you've seen them and shaking your head going, why are you doing that? And if you watch things like The Walking Dead, Z, if you're watching any zombie film, basically, the people in those films are really stupid. And for different reasons. You know, they might rush to help a family member when they're in a hopeless situation and throw away their lives trying to save them, sort of thing. But people do that sort of stuff. So that's kind of in keeping. But also your AI get buffed. They get damage resistance, they get plague resistance, and they have unlimited ammunition. So would you swap all of those things out just for a character who knows not to run into melee with a juggernaut? Because a smart AI will let you deal with it instead of getting involved. And then you've got a whole lot of kettle of fish. So from my perspective, the bonuses that they give your AI more than make up for their stupidity, and the smarts and experience that you can have in fighting your sieges can more than offset that as well. So that's my little speech. My little speech about society tells us that convenience is good. Everything's available 24/7 in any model, any make, any color, at any time, and society tells us that that's good. If you can't get a pizza at 3 o'clock in the morning with a picture of with the colors of the American flag on it, that's substandard customer service. But
Fucking
that
plague
doesn't
zombies must
apply
think they own this
in a
town.
zombie apocalypse. Things are supposed to be inconvenient. Things are supposed to upset and undermine what you're trying to do from a strategic outlook. So welcome that. Welcome that this is making you harder and stronger every time you come up against a frustrating turn of events, like losing your best character an hour after you managed to recruit them. My best example, I spent hours and hours trying to recruit a scrum master so that I could for the global increase speed, and I finally recruited them. The very next siege, which happened in about 30 minutes, he got torn in half by a juggernaut, and I'm like, that cost me 2,000 influence, had me out in the field for hours trying to get that influence, and it just ripped and tore that away from me. But hey, if a game can make you feel that kind of emotion, welcome it. Feel that revenge. Use it. Don't try and brush it off. It's all good, man. They make the stories, which are the currency of the game. Right, back to business. These infestations aren't up to much. I'm not seeing them really doing anything to my base here. So what I'm thinking is that one thing we should try, guys, and I'm going to do it here. I'm going to delete this community, and I'm going to see whether, because I brought in Kumar from another community, so he's been through the legacy pool, whether he will be removed. Because that will mean, like, if you had a community before and you had your legacy pool characters in there and you exited the community, they would go back into the legacy pool. will that still happen now that you've got actual functions to add them to the legacy, you know, send to legacy pool? So that's what we were going to do. I think this map is janked out. It's an old map, and I think we need to start again. It won't be this stream, but we'll definitely be back to test it a bit more. But this is one last thing that I do want to test. So it's in the meta. Let's try it out. So if we go to exit main menu, this could be the end of Kumar. I hope not. He's got recycling. I do like recycling. Go to campaign. Let's go to manage communities. If you exit a community, if you delete a community where you've had legacy pool characters brought in, will they go back to the legacy pool? Yeah, this is what it says, but let's see. Let's test this out. Survivors who have never completed a legacy finale will be deleted. Those who have done so return to the legacy pool. Okay, so this is important. This means that we will lose Kumar because he never completed a legacy. So if you put people in your survivor pool and pull them out and then delete that community for whatever reason, if they haven't completed a legacy, you will lose them. This is what it's saying. So let's test that out, because that can catch people out. I think I have just lost my recycling guy. Let's go to my legacy pool. No, there he is. There he is, folks. So that's not actually true. So when it says, so the message on deleting a community is not correct. On deleting community is not correct. So what this means, folks, is if you want to save a survivor, yeah, he's in the legacy pool, Jargo, but he never completed a legacy. So just to go back, let's jump into another one. Manage communities. These guys, no idea who they are. A day old. Yep, they're dead. See, it says survivors who have never completed a legacy finale will be deleted. So we're talking the builder missions, the warlord, the traders. You know, it's saying they'll be deleted unless they've completed a legacy. But Kumar definitely didn't. He was in my other community. I recruited him from an enclave and then just pulled him into this community. And he's never completed a legacy. He's been alive for about, well, the length of the stream, really. He's about an hour old. Only people will be deleted that have done final mission? No, I don't think that's right either. Because only people who will be deleted... Yeah. No. That's not what it's saying. It's saying survivors who have never completed a legacy will be deleted. Not done final mission. Exactly. Yeah. What you're saying there. That's what they're saying, but it's not true. Those who have done so return to the legacy pool to be retrieved later. That's not true. Because Kumar is in my legacy pool, and I added him to my legacy pool and from my End Timers community, and dropped him into this one, which I've deleted. Now I've deleted that community where Kumar was in. He's not completed a legacy at all. He's just gone into the pool and back out, but he's still in my legacy pool. Right here. So if you put, it looks like if you put someone in the community, in the legacy pool, irrespective of whether they've completed a final legacy or not, they will be retained in the legacy pool when if you delete that community. So I think that's good. I think that's kind of necessary, because otherwise, you know, you could bring someone in like Kumar, like I've done, recycling, cool, I want to put him in this other place. I found him, but I don't want to play that community anymore, so I'll just delete it out, you know, whatever's. And then you go into your legacy pool to pull him into another community and he's not there. You know, that's going to be hard. That's going to be pretty annoying. So they've seen that. They just need to change the wording from whatever it was. Yeah, survivors who have that's not actually accurate anymore. What it should say is survivors who have been in the legacy pool will be returned to the legacy survivor pool to be retrieved later. or something like that. Something like that. So, because if I looked at that, I'd say, oh, I can't delete this community even though I want to, because I'll lose my survivor. Now I could put them in the community pool, in the legacy pool, and then delete the community, but you know, really, if they're going to put text on the screen, it's got to line up with reality, and they'd agree with that. And this is a very minor thing, but what's not happening here is that that's actually quite a decent change in the game, which is not being articulated, and they should articulate it because people should know about it. It's a great change, so they should just ensure that lines up. Maybe it's a bug and they are supposed to be deleted, possibly Camille. It kind of feels to me like it's not a bug, because I think if you put people into your legacy pool, you want them to be legacy pool survivors, irrespective of whether they've left a legacy or not, they've completed a finale. But that could well be the case. Anyway, so far I found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. 6 things, and they're all pretty minor, which could improve the PTR. So that's pretty good effort for 2 and a bit hours, 3 hours of streaming. We've tested out quite a lot. Guys, if you think I've missed something out, or there's something that I should test in the future, do let me know. Either on my Discord, the link is in the description, or just hit me up sometime if you see me streaming. Just drop it in. It'll be interesting. But guys, I've got things to do today. I've got to go visit my folks, who I haven't seen in a while, so I'm looking forward to doing that this afternoon. So I'm going to call the stream there. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I can't believe 26 people are still watching this. Awesome. That's crazy. Man, I mean, everyone's excited about this update, aren't you? Yeah, so cool. So would this make me use a forever community? I don't know. I think for me personally, to make a forever community would be a completely uncapped standing spawn difficulty kind of mechanism, like Breakdown from State of Decay 1. But that's just me. If I was someone who liked forever communities and like that longevity in the game, then this is awesome. And it also allows you to move stuff around your communities, and I think people will find that this enables them to play the game in different ways. It may enable you to take on a harder difficulty level because you can bring in a legacy survivor when you need it. It allows you to build a stronger legacy pool, because if you find a survivor in the field that you want to keep for later, you can just pop them straight in. So it's so there's a lot happening here. It's all good. It's all good. We didn't get to test out the infestations quite as much. We saw that they did have bloaters in them now, and that does make a difference. You can't just squish them in the cars anymore, because Screamer screams and brings all his mates, and you end up with a shit show in your hands trying to find that one. And you do need to take out the Screamer and the zombies to take out an assault horde. But of course, you only need to take out the freaks to take out an infestation. So Jago already got 2 forever communities running. Yeah, there you go, man. So I like the early game. That's what I love most. The more it goes on, the less connection I have with some of the characters, because you do the same thing over and over and over and over. But I'm more of that front end. That's why I deliberately take weak characters and deliberately kind of hamstring my game, so that initial part of the game lasts longer, because that's the bit that I like to play the most. But yeah, for someone like you, Jago, you'll be able to transfer your characters from one forever community to the other. You'll be able to swap resources and supplies between those 2 communities. And for those who want to build up forever communities and have lots of resources, you could have one community sitting in the green zone just cranking out stuff for your other communities to come in and jump in, or have a survivor from that community pop up, go into your other community, offload 50, I'm just making numbers up here, 50 first aid kits for your community, and then bust on out of there back to the green zone to crank out some more stuff. So, it kind of connects. It gives you 5 slots, and now you can connect all of these slots to each other with essentially a little bit of a trade network with this being able to move survivors about. It's not cheap, but you know, in terms of what you can take from one community to the other and the needs of that community, it might be worth the cost. So there you go. I'm really interested in people trying this out for themselves as well, and letting me know how you get on, either in the comments or hit me up in Discord. It's all good. It's all good. I've really enjoyed this today, actually, just slowing down, picking it apart. So I might do something again. We'll see. We'll see. I was going to do some multiplayer tomorrow, but maybe we'll do a bit more of this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you, everyone. I was trying to say goodbye before, but I went into my rant. But there we go. Sometimes I get on my soapbox and it's hard to get me off it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. This time for real. I'm off. I'm out of here. Have a good night wherever you are. Ka kite. Go in peace. Bye for now. Awkward silence. There we go. Ciao.